Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to what potentially is going to be very emotional. This is called My Sarah Jane, a tribute to Elisabeth Sladen. I was sent this and I've been sent another one to react to. Whether I just do this one today depends on how emotionally wrecked I am by the end. I don't even know what this is. It's just a tribute. I don't know if this is, I think it was officially shown, hang on. This was originally shown on CBBC, so I assume there's going to be some people talking about her. It's not long, thank goodness, so I should be okay. But I don't, do you know what is so funny? I always feel like I choose these potential emotional things on days where I'm probably on the edge. Like, obviously I'm not going to go into it, but there's stuff going on in the world right now which is absolutely horrific, and it always affects me. It just does. I mean, how can it not? Because it's awful. This might just, maybe this is going to be the tears that I need. Maybe. Or it's going to ruin me. Or I'm just going to be so, I'm going to have a heart of stone and not cry. Anyway. Oh gosh, November 2011, this came on YouTube, so I don't know when it originally aired, probably around then. Well, that's a long time ago. 13 years. And I only finished this, when did I finish the Sarah Jane Adventures? 2 days ago. So it's not been long. But I kind of want to get these Sarah Jane bits done. Not in like a disrespectful way, but then I can move on to class. So I hope you enjoy. I will put the full length on Patreon. It's gonna be fine.
I learned a long time ago that if you're missing somebody, just look up at the night sky. Whoever it is, wherever they are. Chances are they're looking at the stars just like you.
When you've watched a lot of Doctor Who, you're sort of a bit starstruck. Even when you're playing the Doctor, if you meet a sort of former companion or anyone that's been in it to any degree. Yeah, I was a bit like, whoa, I'm working with Sarah Jane.
It's you, isn't it?
And I just think it's wonderful that she had that wonderful resurgence in the world of Doctor Who, but also reconnected with an audience of children. I'm sure there are so many children out there in the world now who are completely devastated, like us all, because it was kind of like a fairy tale comeback for a Doctor Who character.
When I was a kid, it was the Doctor and Sarah. That's what I knew. I suppose I started watching Doctor Who in the early 70s, which is when Liz was first on the show, and she was the ultimate Doctor Who girl. It was the Doctor and Sarah. That was the team. She thought she was leaving the Doctor forever. That brilliant scene between Liz and Tom Baker where they part company.
Don't forget me.
Sarah, don't you forget me.
Bye, Doctor.
Bye.
You know, travel does broaden the mind.
Yes. Till we meet again, Sarah.
Which is why I guess she was the obvious choice to revisit the show when I took over. Hello, Sarah Jane.
It's you.
What a clever move, bringing her back.
It's you, isn't it? You've regenerated.
Half a dozen times since we last met. Back into Doctor Who again, and then of course into her own wonderful series. Ready? Always. As soon as I heard
Makes me miss the show already.
I was really keen that the Doctor should make an appearance. What are you telling me for, Sarah? I just thought I'd go the quick way. Oh, I like it in here.
Can we have a look?
Seeing her with the other guys in the show who play the kids, she really did have this quality of youth, and they love her, and they loved her.
She really just kind of like took us under her wing. It was like,
God, they look
set, like,
so
day in, day out,
young.
she'd just be checking, like, you alright, how are you doing so far? Like, you enjoying it? Like, what are you finding hard? Anything that I can help you with? She was, really just helpful all the time. When I first started, it was like straight away, it was just like a nice little family bond.
Liz definitely, she always took anyone new coming in under her wing and guided them through and made it so easy and comfortable, and yeah, it was incredible. She was a wicked person.
Thank you, Ronnie. Hello, Luke. Welcome home.
She put so much into her character, so much integrity and passion, and she just loved the show so much, but also her character. She really fleshed her character out with so many elements of herself. She gave so much of herself into Sarah Jane. Such a key player in the whole Doctor Who family, definitely. I think elements of her have rubbed off on the companions we have now.
She's what we looked at. I mean, she's what I looked at is to get some of the energy behind Captain Jack. She's what all the assistants, all of the best friends of the Doctors will look at to see how it is done.
I mean, what an episode this is.
I was really upset about this devastating news. She will be sadly missed by everyone, young and old, and that's from Grace Emily, 11. Elisabeth was a legend. No one will ever be as good as her. She will sadly be missed by everyone. Rest in peace, Elisabeth Sladen. It's from Olivia.
I think it's very important to remember what someone did rather than what someone is not going to do anymore, I
tell you what, a lot of response that you hear from a lot of us that knew her now was, I wish she'd known how good she was, and I wish we'd known how loved, that she could have known how loved she was.
Sorry, do I know you? Well, we've never actually met, but it's Joe Grant, isn't it? Wow, it's a long time since I've been called that. Liz was absolutely lovely because A, we shared in common the fact that we both worked with the wonderful John Pertwee.
I told you I'd get you home safely, didn't I?
Oh, all the cheek.
It's not my fault if people get up to no good while we were away.
Alien monsters, robber barons, then dinosaurs. It'll be a long time before I get in that TARDIS again. What a legacy. That wonderful woman, the quintessential Doctor Who girl. I give her that title with absolutely no qualms at all.
Liz Sladen has left us, and we'll all remember her, and I would like to think that Sarah Jane, in our hearts, will just carry on forever.
The very fact that this same character could traverse all these decades and be as important to children now as she was to me when I was a kid, I think speaks volumes about how extraordinary she was, and she will be remembered forever by my generation, by the current generation, and I'm sure by generations to come.
Why do they make it sad at the end?
Miss Smith, come and meet your namesake. Miss Lavinia Smith, Dr.
John Smith. How do you do, Miss Smith?
Sarah Jane Smith, journalist.
You're a good girl, Sarah.
You're going to do exactly as I say. Or I'll blast you to oblivion.
Oh, I love you. Vamos.
Say it.
Goodbye. My Sarah Jane.
Okay, I definitely got very emotional towards the end. I've said it before and I'll say it again. You add music onto something, it just gets me, it sucker punches me. But I thought that was a really well done tribute, I think particularly because it went out on CBBC. I'm aware that there has to, what comes with that is a little bit of navigation for the younger audience. And I just thought they did a really beautiful job. I love that we had 10 and 11 talk about her. Her companions in the Sarah Jane Adventures talk about her. I just thought that was really, really well done. And obviously you realised, like David Tennant said, the fact that she had an impact back then, she came back in the 2000s and had an impact then on that next generation. That's no mean feat. That's not something that any companion could do. There's a lot of companions that just wouldn't hold that attention or just wouldn't have that little spark to be able to go on and have their own TV show. I actually think there's very few companions that would get away with it. And like, what a legacy she's left. And I do believe that she'll go on, and generations to come will still feel as impacted by her as we do. I just thought that was really beautiful. There's not really a lot more to say. I just thought that it was really well handled, and it's nice hearing other people talk so highly about her, because she comes across as such a wonderful woman, knowing that, you know, she was really well respected and loved as Elisabeth is just so wonderful. I will probably go on now and watch the next thing that I've been asked to watch, because that's another 12-minute thing. Maybe that was just a palate cleanser, but I can, you know, when you almost like holding back tears and you can feel it in your throat, that's how I feel. I just thought it was really beautiful. And I wasn't expecting to see, is it Barney? CBBC presenter, I don't know why, just wasn't expecting to see that. But of course, you know, things like Newsround were there back then, and you had all the forums and stuff, and having, you know, children write in like aged 11, I just think, gosh, it must have been so hard for them as well, because they've lost, you know, someone they love watching. It's really, really sad, but also, like he said, we've got to remember what she's done, not what she's not going to do. And what an incredible like companion. And it's all thanks to whoever cast her back then that we had her now. Like the fact that she came back for school reunion, and then they were like, do you know what? She could have a show on CBBC, and that it went on to be such a success. And it would have gone on, I think. I reckon they would have got another good couple of series. Phenomenal. What a woman. What a woman. I will go on now and watch the next tribute. Yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.